Good evening to all. We cordially invite you all for a seminar on Indian men at crossroads, do or die. This is time for us to invite all the dignitaries to the stage, please. Shri Kaliyur Srirangan Senior Advocate, Ms. Deepika Narayan Bhardwaj, Kalaimamani Dr. Prakash M. Swamy, Thiru Suresh Ram, Thiru Arul Thumilan, Thiru P. N. Prakash, former Justice of the Madras High Court. May I request everyone to rise up for the prayer song. Jnana Vinayakane Charanam, Jnana Vinayakane Charanam, Nallavane Mattellam Vallavane Varuga Shri Jnana Vinayakane Charanam. வானமளாவியதோர் விசித்திரம் கண்டேன், வானமளாவியதோர் விசித்திரம் கண்டேன், மன்னவனே மெய் பரமானந்தம் கொண்டேன், மன்னவனே மெய் பரமானந்தம் கொண்டேன், ஞான விநாயகனே சரணம். ஓமெனும் பிரணவ உண்மையுட்பொருளே, ஓமெனும் பிரணவ உண்மையுட்பொருளே, ஓதும் கம்பீர நாட்டை காக்கும் நற்றருளே, சுவாமி சரவண தமிழ் தன கருளே, சுவாமி சரவண தமிழ் தன கருளே, திரு சமரசம் என்னும் அழகு தங்கும் ஜெகமதிலெங்கும் புகழது பொங்கும் பரம ஞான விநாயகனே சரணம். நல்லவனே மற்றெல்லாம் வல்லவனே வருக ஸ்ரீ ஞான விநாயகனே சரணம். Thank you. Welcome to the seminar on Men at Crossroads, Do or Die, organized by All India Men's Welfare Association, Chennai, Men's Protection Council and Shri Vari Media with Tirumala Star as a media partner. We have with us Justice P. N. Prakash, former Judge of the Madras High Court, who will preside over the seminar, Ms. Deepika Bhardwaj, founder of Ekam Nyaay Foundation, Mumbai, Kalaimamani Dr. Prakash M. Swamy, Senior Journalist, Mr. Suresh Ram, founder of Men's Welfare Association, and Advocate Arul Thumilan of Men's Protection Council. Ms. Deepika Narayan Bhardwaj is an Indian journalist, documentary filmmaker, and men's rights activist. The misuse of women harassment laws is a complex issue where legislation meant to protect women from abuse is occasionally exploited for ulterior motives. While providing critical lifelines for genuine victims, these laws are sometimes manipulated for revenge, leverage in divorce, or exhaustion. Laws like Section 498A of the IPC and corresponding sections under the Bharatiya Nyaay Sanhita are often used to file exaggerated complaints against a husband and his extended family to force settlements. Anti-harassment legislation, such as the POSH Act, has occasionally been weaponized to settle personal vendettas, avoid disciplinary action, or force an employer to terminate a colleague. Fabricated allegations of sexual assault or domestic violence are sometimes used to harass, intimidate, or extort the accused and claim huge sums of money. The accused often face immediate social stigma, job loss, and severe emotional trauma long before a case goes to trial. Unfounded complaints overwhelm the legal and policy systems, leading to delayed justice for individuals who urgently need it. We need gender-neutral laws. May now invite Kalaimamani Dr. Prakash M. Swamy to deliver the welcome address. Kalaimamani Prakash M. Swamy, PhD, USA, Senior International Journalist, UN Correspondent, Judge of Emmy Awards, Founder of America Tamil Sangam, Regional Advisor Committee Member of ICCR, and Member of Editors Guild of India. He is a senior international journalist of 50 years of standing, having worked with The Hindu, India Today, Prestige of India, and Ananda Vigadan in Chennai. He has been a diplomatic correspondent at the United Nations headquarters. He specializes in investigative journalism and revealed that the Rajiv Gandhi was killed by a belt bomb and published the international news with photos of the assassins in The Hindu in 1991. He investigated, as a part of his profession, a suspicious death of a top executive who is a Tamilian in Hong Kong. In that process, he interviewed his parents, associates and friends, and when he spoke over the phone to his wife, Ms. Gayatri Sai, a movie group dancer and a junior artist, to get her version, she got angry and started abusing. She abused him in the social media, and after he filed a complaint with the cybercrime, she filed a counterblast complaint at AWPS Adyar and AWPS Rayapeta, where the complaint did not go beyond CSR level and both the CSR were closed. Just to take revenge, she went to the 18th Metropolitan Magistrate Court, filed a private petition, and got an order to investigate her complaint, and charge sheet was filed under Tamil Nadu Prevention of Women's Harassment Act and IPC, and the case dragged on for 6 years. Finally, she was acquitted by the court 2 weeks ago. May now invite Kalaimamani Dr. Prakash M. Swamy to deliver the welcome address, please.
கூடியிருக்கும் அனைவருக்கும் என்னுடைய சிறந்தாழ்ந்த வணக்கங்களையும் வணக்கங்களையும் தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். Respected Justice P.N. Prakash ji, former judge of the Madras High Court, we are very honored to have you here. You have made some landmark judgments, we are aware, and you are one of the finest luminaries of the legal system of Tamil Nadu got in the past so many years. We are very honored and privileged that we could hear from you about what's going on in the current scenario, and you have been a very impartial judge giving the honest judgments. So we want your advice, counsel, and your wisdom on how we should proceed. Deepika, my dear friend from Mumbai, is an excellent person. She is an odd woman in the men's crowd. She's been fighting for our case for a very long time, especially the domestic violence case, and she has flown all over from Delhi to Chennai to take part in this conference, and I welcome her wholeheartedly. And Deepika, we are waiting to hear from you. Your wisdom, your counsel, and your knowledge was unremarked, fantastic ideas you're giving, and we have been following you. And she's the most of the affected men should thank her because she's the voice of the voiceless men in India. Hats off to you. அதேபோல் இங்கு வருகை தந்திருக்கும் அருள் தும்மிலன் அவர்களையும் ஸ்ரீரங்கம் காடிகு நாராயணன் அவர்கள் வர இயலவில்லை. சுரேஷ் ராம் அவர்களை வரவேற்கிறேன். Pioneering journalist, broadcaster Jennifer Arul is here with us today. Who doesn't know her in Tamil Nadu? She is here with us, and she has come to bless her. And Advocate Nalini, she is here, and she is one of the very senior advocates of the Madras High Court. So we find a mix of public advocates, journalists, a different kind of group. Thanks, Prabha, for making my job easier. She told you about my case. Very few people know the sufferings I underwent the past 8 years for no fault of mine. I intentionally did not do any harm to anybody. Being a journalist, I have to do my dharma, journalistic dharma. And normally in journalistic practice, when A blames B, we have to get the version of the A and the B. I can't write a story without A. My bosses taught me if the other person refuses to comment, you at least have to mention. That's what we learned in Gurukula. Mention that the opposite party refused to talk. That's the whole thing. So when I asked her, she said, I'm not going to talk. Because we all know that she is a culprit. How can I say the culprit? At Katsile, email blame on the women harassment case. The police played a very big role. Of course, there's a very interesting judgment given by none other than Justice G.R. Swaminathan, who yesterday made a very remarkable judgment about the judiciary. He said all women police stations in Tamil Nadu have been reduced to kangaroo court. What more you can expect from justice from them? I'm not saying this. This comes from a learned, honorable judge of the Madras High Court. And this weapon, see, we are not in supporting of all men committing crimes. The men who commit crime, especially with children and women, should be hanged, no doubt about it. Because we are all born with sisters, we have granddaughters, nephews, nieces, everybody. But at the same time, why separate commission for women? Because the moment a letter goes, because one of the former commissioners told me when I went and met him, sir, what's the problem? He said, Prakash, you don't know. I got a communication from the Women's Commission. What did he say? Investigate. That's all. You're doing your job. No. When I get a letter from Women's Commission, I have to be very careful because tomorrow they will raise, it's a National Women Commission, not state. So any complaint, mere complaint to National Women Commission will be taken seriously, and they go by the judgment, not on the basis of the facts, but it's been referred by National Commission of Women. Okay. You go to AWPS, file a complaint, no inquiry. I gave my version, I gave the dates wrong, I proved I was in Salem on that day. What more? Your learned advocates are here. The biggest problem in Women Harassment Act is the person will make a complaint and go away. The onus of responsibility of not committed the mistake is fell on us. I have to prove I didn't misbehave. She didn't have to prove I misbehaved. That's the whole story behind it. She now walked away. I spent 30 lakhs on court system, it's valuable time. I lost my UN visa, I lost my visa, I lost my UN job, I sold my apartment in MRC Nagar, I'm practically on the road. But I know I'm going to win one day, but at what cost? That's the question. At what cost we are doing all this? So tomorrow, last week I was talking to some journalism students of one of the city colleges, the journalism graduate, undergraduate students. I told them, please don't do investigative journalism. They said, sir, what are you talking? If you do investigative journalism, during olden times, when I was editor of Junior Vigadan, I used to face acid attacks. You know, they used to attack the car, they used to attack everything. Now, no acid attacks, no violence. A simple case is enough to dissemble you completely, make you go numb, and they destroy your life. People like Nakir and all that who will write for money, and they are these super judges. They pass the judgment before the trial begins. Before the trial commences, Nakir and wrote, Modi pere solli Prakash Swamy paliyal sindal. Modi came and told me, Prakash, you go and rape all women, I'll support you. What nonsense? He has got a separate agenda. He is trying to involve in that. So we have to face all these problems in the society just because we wrote an article. I never visited the house. I told the inspector, Madam, please produce the CCTV footage. Nowadays, even if you can't go anywhere with CCTV footage, you produce a guest register. And you know how cops behave. Whatever transpired between them, I don't know. I can't say that, but something transpired between them. And she went, even I'm a senior citizen. She never bothered to, she made me stand for one day and said, I'll arrest you. I said, go ahead, do it. If the law permits, no, I'm tolerating you, otherwise I would have arrested you. I said, don't be charity on me. You do it, I'll take care. So, it's become I don't want to cut it short because learned judges here. It's become a syndicate, a cartel. The cops, some advocates, some women who are not from the good standing or good society, because most women will not do all that. I know I have a lot of sisters and mothers outside my family. They form a syndicate. I think one of the person who was affected by guys is also here. They will do some mischief, be friendly with you in social media, and then they befriend you, and then they send you all kind of messages. They will send. We won't. They will send. And some women are tempted. They write something, and they publish to social media, and they try to arrest me, all that, and they come to a settlement. In my case, it started in 50 lakhs. Oh, you lived in US for 25 years. You must have made $1 million. Why can't you pay 25 lakhs? I said, I'll pay 10 lakhs to Shivananda Saraswati Ashram. I will not pay 1 rupee to you. Get lost, whatever you want. The lawyer came and said, no, judge wanted money. I said, okay, I'll handle it. You don't worry, we'll handle it. Finally, I won the case. Of course, I spent legally. I didn't do any bribe. But there's a guy from ETA, vice president, my very good friend. He's now settled in Dubai. He befriended her. The same person who filed case against me befriended her. And then what happened? His wife committed suicide because she came to know on whatever illegal affair. This lady blackmailed him saying that you killed your wife, I'm going to the police station. She got hold of some retired DGP and whatever in the hand and made a call to him saying this man killed his wife and all that. He fell at her feet. He gave her 10 crores, his latest BMW car, all that. He ran away to Dubai. He called me in Dubai and said, Prakash sir, congratulations, I signed the papers, you won the case. Where are you, man? I'm in Dubai. I don't want to come to Chennai. This is the situation now. Men are running away because of false cases. I can give you an example, Vice President of ETA. I don't want to name him because it's confidential. So, such being the case, we are going to represent the new government. For example, the Women's Harassment Act has been completely misused. You don't need a separate law for women. We are also tax paying. Is there any difference between me and my wife paying tax? Any difference between me and my wife voting a person? But unfortunately, it's gender unequal society. We are treated as second-class citizens in the country. See, there should be a honest trial. I'm not saying don't inquire. I've never even said don't accept a complaint. Accept a complaint, but don't act as a cartel. Don't do katta panchayat in the police station. You do your own investigation, get the opinion from the other party, then make a claim. Here, what she says, you know what? In women harassment, first arrest, then inquiry. Honorable judge will kind of clarify it, whether it's what they're doing is right or wrong. They said first arrest, then put you in jail, then we'll do the inquiry. It's similar to dowry harassment cases, domestic violence. The wife goes and gives a complaint because some fight with mother-in-law, whatever, some family quarrel. She goes and says, he is demanding dowry. The husband is arrested, father-in-law is arrested, mother-in-law arrested, sister-in-law arrested, brother-in-law arrested. The whole family is arrested. It comes as the headline news in all TV channels. But after 1 month, if they are acquitted, if they are exonerated, no news published it. 3 people committed suicide. Last week, very last week, the doctor, cardiologist of Chennai, he committed suicide because a false women harassment case has been filed. Now it's coming up in Chennai. Deepika was telling, I heard in Andhra, I heard in Mumbai, Delhi. It's coming up in Chennai because all this pop culture, the drug culture makes our own family women go astray. So this Paliyal Pugaril Sikhi, a doctor, took it to Tharkolai. Dr. Ullas, he's come in the paper. So where do we have protection in this country? Where do we have rights? Don't you have any rights in this country? We have to suffer? Do you need to waste 8 years of my valuable lifetime on a false complaint? She is gone. She is looking for next victim now. I heard she is looking for next victim. She already lined up 20 victims. Police, what they are doing? Nothing. They are collecting their own mamul and goes away. So this should be put to an end. I am only saying my case, but there are thousands of stories, thousands of cases like me happening all over day, every day in Tamil Nadu. My wife stood with me like a rock. Any other woman would have walked away, divorced. Because we are socially boycotted. We are not invited to any family function. My own sisters and brothers stopped talking to me. And she stopped going out. I stopped going out to any family weddings. Including our own family weddings, we stopped going. We were treated as a social outcast. Now everybody is coming and talking to me after seeing the news in Dinamalar. Of course, the paper I worked, the Hindu, refused to publish the news because it is run by such a kind-hearted gentleman. Where I gave the international scoop, if I sold that scoop to Times of India or Hindustan Times, they would have paid me 1 crore in 1991. But you know how much increment I got in the Hindu? 10 rupees. 10 rupees in the increment for that international scoop that Rajiv was killed by a belt bomb. I didn't care because I'm grateful still to the Hindu. They sent me to US for higher studies and I got trained under Carl Barnstein and Bob Woodward, the founders of Watergate scandal that knocked off presidency of President Richard Nixon. So I was trained directly by Bob Woodward and Carl Barnstein. That technique I used in Rajiv assassination in 1991. So though they didn't publish news, I'm grateful to the Hindu because of Hindu I got an opportunity to do investigative journalism. So my humble request is there should be an awareness. We can't stop in one day. I know it's not going to be possible to stop in one day. There should be an awareness. Whenever the man is suffering, don't assume that he is wrong. Please. There could be other side of the story. Waiting, begging to be heard. Please hear the other side of the story. Then you do your own investigation. Then you charge sheet. Unlike other social media, if I want you to Google Prakash Swamy, you get womanizer, serial rapist, gang rapist, sexual addict, using Modi names to rape women. I'm 70. Do we need all this? Anyway, this forum is an excellent forum. I'm going to support this forum, do my best, because there are a lot of suffering men. And I thank all of you who come here today to bless us and to advise us and take part in celebrations. And thank you for your time. I welcome all the honorable guests on the stage to come and address us. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Prakash. Now it's time for us to honor our chief guests. May now invite Dr. Prakash M. Swamy to honor Justice Thiru Prakash ji with a shawl. Thank you. May now invite Mr. Raj Thanikevel to present the memento to Justice, sir. I now request Advocate Nalini Shri to honor Ms. Deepika Narayan with a shawl. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. May now request Thiru A.V. Ganapati to honor Thiru Suresh Ram with a shawl. Thank you, sir. May now invite Mr. Raj Thanikevel to honor Thiru Arul Thumilan with a shawl. Thank you, sir. I request Dr. Prakash to honor Sri Kadiyur Srirangan with a shawl. Thank you. திரு அருள் துமிலன், தலைவர், தமிழ்நாடு ஆண்கள் பாதுகாப்பு சங்கம். இந்த அமைப்பு 2008 முதல் செயல்பட்டு வருகிறது. 2005 முதல் வழக்கறிஞர் பணியை ஆண்கள் நலன் சார்ந்து செய்தும் பல வழக்குகளை கட்டணம் வாங்காமலும் வாதாடியுள்ளார். May now request Mr. Arul Thumilan to address the gathering, please.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். இங்கே எனக்கு இந்த வாய்ப்பை அளித்த சுரேஷ் அவர்களே, பிரகாஷம் சுவாமி அவர்களே, இங்கே வருகை தந்திருக்கின்ற நீதியரசர் PN பிரகாஷ் அவர்களே, தீபிகா, நாராயணன், பரத்வாஜ் அவர்களே மற்றும் இங்கே அமர்ந்திருக்கின்ற அனைவரையும் எனது மாலை வணக்கத்தை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். நமது பிரகாஷம் சுவாமி அவர்களை இப்போது நாம் பாராட்டாமல் இருக்க முடியாது. என்று சொன்னால், நீண்ட நெடிய ஒரு சட்ட போராட்டத்தை நடத்தி தன்னை நிரபராதி என்று நிரூபித்து இங்கே அமர்ந்திருக்கின்றார். அவருக்கு எனது பாராட்டுகள், வாழ்த்துக்கள். அவர் இன்று நிரபராதி என்று நிரூபித்து விட்டாலும் கூட அவர் பட்ட அவமானங்கள், அவர் சார்ந்து அவருடன் பயணித்த அவருடன் இருந்த உறவினர்கள் எல்லோரும் அவரை எந்த மனநிலையில் அவரை வைத்திருப்பார்கள், எந்த நிலையில் பார்த்திருப்பார்கள் என்பதெல்லாம் என்னால் கண்டிப்பாக யூகிக்க முடியும். உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். என்று சொன்னால், அவர் சட்ட போராட்டம் நடத்தி அந்த வழக்கிலிருந்து விடுவிக்கப்பட்டிருக்கலாம். ஆனால் அவர் மீது இருந்த கரை, அவர் மீது விழுந்த அந்த பழி சுமை அது ஒருபோதும் அழியவே அழியாது. அது அப்படியே தான் இருந்து கொண்டே இருக்கும். அதை மாற்றுவதற்கு நம்மால் முடியாது. சட்டம் அதை செய்து கொடுக்காது. என்று சொன்னால், சட்டம் விடுதலை மட்டுமே வழங்கும். அவர் மேல் விழுந்த பழியை வழங்காது, பழியை நீக்காது. என்று சொன்னால், அது அவருடைய உடன் பயணித்த அவருடைய உடன் உறவினர்கள் அவர்களெல்லாம் அந்த ஒரு செய்தியை பார்த்தவுடன் அங்கே அவர்கள் மனதில் இவர் இப்படித்தான் என்பது போல ஒரு முடிவை செய்து விடுவார்கள். அவர் செய்தாரா செய்யவில்லையா, இந்த பத்திரிகைகள் அதை பூதாகரமாக வெளிப்பட்டுவிடும். அதை பார்த்தவுடன் எப்படிப்பட்டவரா என்பது போல ஒரு எண்ணத்தை உருவாக்கி விடுகிறார்கள். இது மிகப்பெரிய ஒரு சாபக்கேடான நிலையில் நம்ம சமுதாயம் இருந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறது. அவர் செய்தார், இப்போ அவர் விடுதலையாகிவிட்டார். அந்த எந்த செய்தியில் வந்தது? அவரை அவர் மீது வழக்கு போட்டது பிரபலமாக இருந்தது, யூடியூப்பில் இருக்குது, கூகுளில் சர்ச் பண்ண இருக்குது. அவர் விடுதலையாகிட்டா எத்தனை இடத்துல இருக்குது? அதுதான் என்னுடைய நிலைமை. அது முடிச்சிடும். நமது அதுல் சுபாஷ், நீங்கள் கேள்விப்பட்டிருப்பீங்க. நம்ம பெங்களூரில் இன்ஜினியர் சூசைட் பண்ணார். பக்கமாக இருந்தார். அவங்க அந்த குழந்தையை பார்க்கறதுக்கு அவங்க ஒய்ஃப் கேட்ட ரூபா 2 கோடி ரூபா. 2 கோடி ரூபா கொடுத்தா தான் குழந்தையை பார்க்க முடியும். அவர் US பிரசிடெண்ட்டுக்கு லெட்டர் எழுதினார், நம்ம பிரசிடெண்ட் லெட்டர் எழுதினார், பிரைம் மினிஸ்டர் எழுதினார், லா மினிஸ்டர் எழுதினார், அனைத்து நீதித்துறைகள் எழுதினார். சூசைட் பண்ணிட்டார். என்ன நடந்துச்சு? எந்த விடிவாகவும் கிடையாது. அவர் இன்ஜினியர் மட்டும் இல்லை, நீதிபதியே. அவர் பேர் என்ன? நம்ம டெல்லியில் அபன்குமார் சர்மாவா, அவர் சூசைட் பண்ணார். அவங்க தந்தை சொல்கிறாரு, அவங்க ஒய்ஃப் இந்த மாதிரி பண்ணாங்க, எவ்வளவு லிஸ்ட் அவர் கொடுக்குறாரு அவங்க தந்தை. அவங்க மேலே என்ன நடவடிக்கை எடுத்தாங்க? எந்த நடவடிக்கையும் கிடையாது. தமிழ்நாட்டில் ஒரு ஆண்டுக்கு சுமார் 10,000 திருமணமான ஆண்கள் சூசைட் பண்ணுறாங்க. இப்போ ஒரு பெண் திருமணமாகி ஒரு 7 ஆண்டுகளில் சூசைட் பண்ணிட்டாங்கன்னா, காவல்துறை விசாரணை இருக்குது, தாசில்தார் விசாரணை இருக்குது. இவங்கெல்லாம் விசாரணை பண்ணி எந்த வித தப்புமே இல்லை, அவங்களுக்குள்ள எந்த பிரச்சனையும் நடக்கலைன்னா தான் அந்த பிரச்சனையெல்லாம் முடியும். இல்லைன்னா அந்த கணவன் தரப்பு, கணவன் உறவினர்கள், அவங்க 1 விட்ட 2 விட்ட எல்லாருமே அரெஸ்ட் பண்ணிடுவாங்க. அப்படி தான் இருந்துகிட்ருக்கு. இப்போ 10,000 பேர் திருமணமான ஆண்கள் சூசைட் பண்ணுறாங்களே, எப்படி முடிக்கிறாங்க கேஸை? அவருக்கு கடன் தொல்லை இருந்துச்சு. வயிற்று வலி இருந்துச்சு, குடிப்பழக்கம் இருந்துச்சு, இப்படி தானே முடிக்கிறாங்க. அந்த கேஸை ஏன் ரீஓப்பன் பண்ண மாட்டேங்கிறீங்க? அப்போ ஆண்களுக்கு ஒரு நீதி, பெண்களுக்கு ஒரு நீதியா? ஆண்களுக்கு உயிருக்கு பெண்கள் உயிருக்கு வித்தியாசம் இருக்கா? 2 பேர் உயிர் தானே. ஆண்கள் செத்தா ஒரு உயிர் ஒரு மாதிரி சட்டம், பெண்கள் செத்தா ஒரு மாதிரி சட்டமா? இந்த இதை மாற்ற வேண்டாமா? கடந்த ஒரு 5 வருஷத்தில் உள்ள சூசைட் கேஸை மட்டும் ரீஓப்பன் பண்ணுங்க. எத்தனை பெண்கள் இதுக்கு காரணமாக இருக்காங்க, ஜெயிலுக்கு போகிறாங்கன்னு பார்த்துலாமா? எல்லா கேஸை ரீஓப்பன் பண்ணி பார்த்துருவோமா? ஏன் பண்ண மாட்டாங்க? அப்போ ஆண்களுக்கு உயிருக்கு மரியாதை இல்லை, அந்த நிலைமையில் இருந்துகிட்டு இருக்கோம். அதுமாக இந்த சூசைட் பண்ணுறாங்கல்ல, குழந்தைய பார்க்க விடல. இப்போ வந்து ரவிமோகன் நடிகர் வந்து அன்னைக்கு அழுகிறார். என்ன சொல்கிறாரு? என் குழந்தைய பார்க்க விட மாட்டேங்கிறாங்க, குழந்தைக்கு எஸ்கார்டு இது போடுறாங்க, இது பாடி கார்டு போட்டு அனுப்புகிறாங்க, குழந்தைய பார்க்க விட மாட்டுறாங்க. இந்த நீதிமன்றம் வந்து இன்ட்ரீம் மெயின்டெனன்ஸ் உடனே கூட 2 மாதத்தில் ஆர்டர் போட்டுருன்னு சொல்கிறீங்களே, குழந்தைய பார்க்க மாட்டேங்க ஆர்டர் போட மாட்டேங்கிறீங்க. ஏன் அப்பாவுக்கு பாசம் இல்லையா? குழந்தைய பார்க்க உரிமை இல்லையா? குழந்தைய பார்க்க பட்டு கேட்ட வயசு 2 வருஷம் 3 வருஷம் ஆகுது. 2 வருஷம் 3 வருஷம் கழிச்சு ஒரு குழந்தைய பார்க்க பேசுகிற குழந்தை அந்த அப்பாட்ட பேசுமா? குழந்தைய 3 வருஷம் பிரிஞ்சாச்சுன்னா அப்பா மறந்துருக்குமே. அது மட்டுமா? குழந்தை என்ன சொல்லி வளர்க்குறாங்க? அப்பா வில்லன், கொடூரக்காரன், கொடுமைக்காரன், அப்படி சொல்லி தானே வளர்க்குறாங்க. சரி, அதையும் தாண்டி ஏதாவது விசிட்டிங் ரேட்டுக்கு வாங்கி கோர்ட்டுக்கிட்ட பார்க்க வந்தாச்சுன்னா, அவங்க அப்பா சாக்லேட்டு ட்ரெஸ் ஏதாவது வாங்கிட்டு வந்தாச்சுன்னா தூக்கி மூஞ்சில் அடிக்கிறாங்க. அந்த தந்தையுடைய மனம் எந்த அளவுக்கு வேதனைப்படும்? இதை யாரை யோசிச்சு பார்க்குறாங்களா? நீதிமன்றம் கார்டியன் விசாரணைக்கு வரும்போது அவங்க முடிவு பண்ணிட்டே வராங்க, இந்த குழந்தையை வந்து வளர்க்கறதுக்கு அம்மா தான், அப்பா வளர்க்க மாட்டார். அவங்க ஏற்கனவே வந்து நம்ம என்ன சொல்கிறோம், இதனுடைய கிரவுண்ட் என்ன, அப்பா என்ன வேலை பார்க்குறாரு, அவர் வளர்க்க முடியுமாங்கிறது கூட சிந்தனைக்கே கிடையாது. அவங்க ஆல்ரெடி டிசைட் பண்ணிட்டு வந்துட்டு ஆர்டர் போடுறாங்க, அம்மா தான் குழந்தைய வளர்க்க முடியும். அப்பா ஒரு குழந்தை வளர்க்க முடியாதா? அப்பா குழந்தை வளர்க்க முடியாது இருக்குதா? குழந்தையை பார்க்க முடியாத காரணத்தினால மட்டுமே மன நோயாளியாக மாறின ஆண்கள் நான் பார்த்துருக்குறேன். என் குழந்தையை பார்க்க முடியல அப்படிங்கிறனால மனநோயாளியாக இருக்கான். 1 மணி நேரம் உட்காந்து பேசணும் வருவாப்பில், 5 மணிக்கு பேச ஆரம்பிச்சா 11 மணிக்கு பேசிட்டு இருப்பாப்புல. அவன் எந்திரிச்சு போகணும்னு சொல்ல முடிய மாட்டேங்குது, அழுதுட்டு இருக்காப்புல குழந்தைய பார்க்க முடியலன்னு சொல்லிட்டு. நம்ம ரவிமோகன் அழுகிறாப்புல பத்திரிகை முன்னாடி. அவர் பிரபலமான வெளியே தெரியுது, வெளியே தெரியாத ஆயிரக்கணக்கான பேர் இருக்கிறாங்க. இதுக்கெல்லாம் வந்து சட்டத்தீர்வு வேணும். நீதிமன்றம் வந்து இயந்திரத்தனமாக இயங்கக்கூடாது. ஆண்களுடைய மனதை புரிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டும். ஆண்கள் ஒன்றும் இந்த அவங்க மனசு ஒன்றும் இந்த இயந்திரமாக இல்லை, அவங்களுக்கு வந்து பாசம் இருக்குது, குழந்தையை பார்க்கணுங்கிற இது இருக்குது. குழந்தையை பார்க்க போய் அடி வாங்கின ஆண்கள் எத்தனை பேர் இருக்காங்க தெரியுமா? அப்பா அம்மா எத்தனை பேர் இருக்காங்க தெரியுமா? விசிட்டிங் ரேட் போடுறாங்க. விசிட்டிங் ரேட்டில் வந்து ஒரு 3 மணி நேரம் 2 மணி நேரம் எங்கேயே பார்க்க ஒரு புது இடம் இல்லைன்னா ஒரு இடத்த காட்டுறாங்க. அங்கே தகராறு பண்ணி அடிச்சு அனுப்புகிறாங்க. அதுக்கு அடிச்சுட்டு என்ன சொல்கிறாங்க, இவர் தகராறு பண்ணுறான்னு பிரச்சனை பண்ணி அதை கோர்ட்டில் காமிச்சு திருப்பி குழந்தைய காட்டுறதில்லை, இந்த இடத்துக்கு கொண்டு வந்துடுறாங்க. அப்போ குழந்தைய காமிக்கக்கூடாது, என்னென்ன வேலை செய்கிறோம் அதை செஞ்சுட்டு இருக்காங்க. இதுதான் நீதிமன்றம் செய்யக்கூடிய வேலையா? என்ன நடக்குன்னு பார்க்க வேண்டாமா? குழந்தைய வந்து ஒரு தந்தையால் வளர்க்க முடியாதுன்னு முடிவு பண்ணுறதுக்கு நீதிமன்றம் எங்கே இருக்குது? அவங்களுக்கு என்ன ரைட் இருக்குது? இதையெல்லாம் சிந்திக்க வேண்டும். எதற்காக நான் வந்து ஆவேசம் பேசுகிறேன்னு சொல்லியாச்சுன்னா, ஒவ்வொரு வழக்குகளையும் நான் வந்து இந்த தந்தைமார்கள் குழந்தையை பார்க்க முடியாமல் அவர்கள் படுகின்ற கஷ்டத்தை நான் பார்த்துக்கிட்டு இருக்கேன். அதனால சொல்கிறேன். அதனால் வந்து நீதிமன்றங்கள் நம்ம நீதியரசர் இருக்கிறாரு, அவங்க வந்து அவங்க ஜூனியர்ஸ் எல்லாம் நீதிபதியாக இருப்பாங்க, அவங்களுக்கெல்லாம் எடுத்து சொல்லணும். தந்தைமார்களும் நீதிபதி இந்த குழந்தைகளை பார்ப்பாங்க, அவங்களாலேயும் குழந்தையை வளர்க்க முடியும். அவங்க வந்து குழந்தைய வந்து அம்மாவோட சிறப்பாக வளர்ப்பாங்கிற எண்ணத்தை நம்ம சமுதாயம் ஏற்படுத்தணும் அப்படின்னு கேட்டுக்கிறேன். அதே மாதிரி இந்த சூசைட் பண்ணுறாங்க இல்லையா, அவங்க வந்து பலவீனப்பட்டு சூசைட் பண்ணுறான்னு நினைக்கிறீங்களா? கிடையாது. அந்த குழந்தையை பார்க்க முடியல. நம்முடைய வாழ்க்கையில் இவங்க மேலே இப்போ வந்து இந்த இது கொடுக்குறாங்க இல்லையா, போஸ்ட் கார்டில் கொடுக்குறாங்க. இப்போ நம்ம சென்னை நீதிமன்றத்தில் எத்தனை போஸ்ட் கார்டு விடுதலையாக இருக்குது. இவர் நம்ம நீதியரசர், இப்போது இருக்கிற நீதியரசர் ஆனந்த் வெங்கடேஷ் ஐயா அவர்கள் முன்னாடி வந்த வழக்கில் அந்த அவருடைய பொண்ணு வந்து அவங்க அப்பா வந்து தவறாக நடந்துக்கிட்டாங்க கேஸ். அவர் ஜெயிலுக்கு போகிறாரு, 45 டேஸ் மேலே ஜெயிலேருந்து வெளியே வர்றாரு. கோஷ் பெட்டிஷன் போடுறாரு நம்ம ஹைகோர்ட்டில், மெட்ராஸ் ஹைகோர்ட்டில் கோர்ஸ் போடும்போது அந்த நமது ஆனந்த் வெங்கடேஷ் ஐயா அவர்கள் அந்த பொண்ணை கூப்பிட்டு விசாரிக்கிறார். அவருக்கு பேர் டவுட் வந்திருக்கு, என்னன்னு தெரியாது வழக்கு நம்ம ஜட்ஜ்மெண்ட் இருக்குது. அந்த பொண்ணை கூப்பிட்டு விசாரிக்கிறார். தனியாக கூப்பிட்டு விசாரிக்கும் போது அந்த பொண்ணு சொல்லுது, எங்கள் அப்பா எப்படி என்கிட்ட நடக்கவே இல்லை, அம்மா சொல்லி தான் கேஸ் கொடுத்தேன், அம்மா சொல்லி அங்கே எழுத்து போடுன்னு சொன்னாங்க. அவர் ஜெயிலுக்கு போனதை திருப்பி வாங்க முடியுமா? அவர் ஜெயிலுக்கு போனார், அசிங்கப்பட்டார். அது அசிங்கப்பட்ட மட்டும் இல்லை, அவரை வந்து அவருடைய நண்பர்கள், உறவினர்கள், அவர் சார்ந்த எல்லாட்டையும் அவர் பிரிச்சிடுறாங்க. இவர் இப்படிப்பட்டவராருன்னா அவர் கிட்ட சேர்க்க மாட்டாங்க, டீ கடையில் போய் நிற்க முடியாது, அந்த அளவுக்கு கொண்டு போயிடுறாங்க. இந்த மாதிரி சொசைட்டியை ஆண்களுக்கு எதிராக ஒரு அமைப்பு, பெண்கள் அமைப்பு திட்டமிட்டு உருவாக்குது. அதுக்காக சட்டம் அவங்களுக்கு துணை செய்யுது. சட்டத்தின் துணை கொண்டு ஆண்களை அடிமைப்படுத்தி ஆண்களுடைய சொத்தை பறிக்கின்ற ஒரு நிலை இந்த தமிழகத்தில் இந்தியா முழுவதும் நடந்துட்டு இருக்கு. இதற்கான தீர்வை நாம் உண்டு பண்ண வேண்டும். ஆண்களுக்கு சட்ட ஆணையம் வேண்டும், ஆண்களுக்கு சட்ட பாதுகாப்பு வேண்டும், ஆண்களுக்கு பெண்களுக்கும் சமமான சட்டம் வேண்டும். இப்போ ஆண்களுக்கு பெண்களுக்கு சமமான சட்டம் இல்லை, சமமான சட்டம் வேண்டும். ஆண்களுக்கு குரல் ஒலிக்கட்டும். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Thank you, sir. Thiru Suresh Ram, organizer, Save Indian Family Movement, Chennai. He is associated with Save Indian Family Movement since 2004. He has been organizing members for all the annual conference held every August 15th, organized by Save Indian Family. He is also an organizing committee member of AIMWA, All India Men's Welfare Association. The next conference is scheduled to be held at Visakhapatnam in August 2026. He was part of various initiatives by Save Indian Family like Siphon All India Men's Helpline, phone activism, and made representation before parliamentary committees on marital rape. He has also participated as a panelist in Tamil TV media on family and men's issue and initiated MP's outreach program. May now invite Thiru Suresh Ram to address the gathering, please.
Justice P.N. Prakash and other dignitaries on the stage and friends. Okay. Hello. I'm here today to talk to you about the formation of a National Commission for Men. The immediate need is, there are 4 or 5 main reasons I will take it today. First reason I will take it is the suicide of men. Suicide of married men, in fact. As per NCRB records, there are about 1,70,000 suicides of men happening in India, out of which 80% are men. Out of the 80%, 70% are married men. And the reasons, they have classified the reasons for the suicide of men. One of the main, 70% of the suicide of men is family issues. What exactly is the family issues? Mainly the legal terrorism. 2005, the Supreme Court said it is a legal terrorism. They coined the word. There are about 44 anti-men laws enacted in this country, starting with the 498A, domestic violence, your Marriage Act. There are so many laws which are purely, they very clearly says a woman can only initiate a proceeding against man. It can be a criminal proceeding, it can be a civil proceeding. So once something is, if harassing is a crime, harassing by men is a crime and harassing by women is not a crime. Men cannot go. So any woman can immediately go to the police station, they say I am harassed. Immediately 490, any married man, a married woman. So 498A is filed, okay fine, investigation is done and any fact is found out, no. The case is filed, next morning the entire family, husband's family, in fact relatives, they call some, they have arrested even minor children in the case. Every year about 1,20,000 cases are filed in this country under 498A. The conviction rate, ultimate conviction rate is only 4%. And most of them, even I think, are getting acquitted on appeal. The lowest court conviction rate is only 4%. We have a totally dysfunctional judiciary. Fine, if a man has committed a crime, you hang him, there is no problem. But when are you hanging him? It takes 25 years. Okay, finally you say only 4% are found out to be criminals. So what about the 96%? They go through, they run around the corridors of justice, stand before the advocate's office every day, and they are ridiculed. The society is ridiculing them, and that drives them to suicide. Out of the 60%, the family, one of the main family problem is threat by wife or from their side. They openly threat. They say, I'll file a false case. You do this. So that is what is happening, and main reason for one of the main reason for men's suicide is threat by the women, in the close women whom he married, in fact. Even now the children have started threatening them. There are so many laws for children also now. I'll call the police. So men are, see, when a woman commits suicide, everyone say the woman is driven to suicide. When a man is committing suicide, he is a coward. So and the society fixes a man responsible for every suicide of a woman. You take 304B. The law presumes when a married woman dies within 7 years of marriage, the presumption is the husband has killed her. Fine, that is also fine. But the law again says it is for the husband to prove he has not killed him. The Evidence Act is like that. So 7 years gone, his life. He is put, there is a RDO thing, everything is there. 304B, every year, 10,000 deaths are happening. Women are committing suicide, a man is hanged. This is what is happening in this country. So the men, there is nobody to question. There is no social awareness. In fact, we went with a representation to, at the time, Mr. Advani, who was the Deputy Prime Minister. We went and told them, see, for every 498K, at least 2 women are arrested. One is the mother, one is the sister-in-law. So what is the purpose of the law? In the name of women are being arrested. He said, so no, you see, it is still a social issue. It has not become a political issue. Only when it becomes a political issue, they said they will look into it. So this, the total disregard for men. See, men are totally disposable today. What is really happening is like animal kingdom. In the animal, cows are being breeded. The bulls are only for stud. All other male species of animals are killed on birth. See, that is not going to happen to men in this country today. Not only in the country, it is happening all over the world, not necessarily in India. So, see, there is a law called the Indian Marriages Act. It is not for a marriage. It is actually for divorce. It has not even defined what is a marriage. The law has not even defined what is a marriage. So it says how to divorce. See, basically, it all started in 1955. They brought in Social Reforms Act. In that, they brought in this Succession Act, Hindu Marriages Act, and all those laws, purely to encourage women. What has happened from that? Actually, the family is a total unit. See, that unit is the basic unit of a country that gives protection to men, women, elders, children, everything. There is a concerted effort by foreign forces to destroy family. India and China are growing because the main reason for growth of these countries are family system. Destroy the family system. So what should you do? Destroy the marriage. The institution of, kill the institution of marriage. Now they have almost succeeded. Today, what is happening today? Gen Z. What is happening? What is the life cycle of a Gen Z today? Morning, crush. Afternoon, romance. Evening, breakup. Night, prank with ex. The next day they start. This is what is happening. Today, the institution of marriage is gone. If we actually advise men not to marry. Why should you marry? You are disposable today. The society doesn't need you. You are given only responsibilities. Wife is given all wife has all the rights. Husband has all the duties. There is no duty cast upon wife. This is how the judiciary also looks at it. See, you pay interim maintenance. Where is the maintenance? Why should a woman goes, files for interim maintenance? It says only when vagrancy is there, it should be given. What is happening today? You first pay, we will listen. Okay, you listen. You listen for 25 years. I go on paying. So judiciary is the worst enemy of men today. They only are taking the, I'm sorry, I don't, so you can see so many, they say 5 crores, 2 crores, NRI, whoever has got money, they have to pay. Whoever are in employment, they have to pay. You pay first. Okay, I go for an appeal, you pay 50% and then file an appeal. And by the time 50%, it is 5 years. If somebody is asking for 50,000, I'll have to pay 25 lakhs and then file an appeal. So this is what is happening to men, and that drives the men to commit suicide. So so suicide for men, another cause of suicide for men is debt. So agriculturists and other people, the government doesn't help them at all. So if you take, who are all taking loans from the banks or something, it is men. And again, another thing is this accident on the road. So 2 lakh accidents are happening every year in India. 90% men. Why no women are killed in the accident? Only 10 or 20%. Because men are forced to go. They are forced to get out of the house, go here and somewhere and come back, do all the jobs. They want equality, but they don't want equality in employment. Actually, what the employment they are getting, 100% in education, 100% in medical care. All other street jobs, it is for men to do. So men are being neglected. The society doesn't want men. Men are disposable. Another health issues are there for men. So when women have the breast cancer, so many thousands of crores of rupees are deployed for looking at it. Every woman is today tested for. Men has got the similar one, gender specific prostate cancer. Nothing, not even a single rupee is allocated for prostate cancer. So the men, see, the society doesn't want men, but the society wants the labor of men to be exploited. Men are to be there only to be exploited. If this situation continues, another 50 or 100 years, there will not be men in the society. It will be like animal. They want it only for labor. Men are not required for the society. So only thing, how can you do it? How can you save it from that? One thing they can do is, they can form a national commission for men. You ask a man, what is your problem? He even doesn't know what he has the problem. He doesn't even tell. So you will have to find a national commission for men and find out what are all the problems affecting men and find solutions for it. It is not, see, we are not anti-woman. See, what has happened, communist and feminist, they have made all the law as anti-men. They think men are not required in the society. They are simply sperm donors. Ultimately, what they want is a sperm today. Probably if science improves, they may even find artificial semen one day. So men are not required. But unfortunately, men doesn't realize this. They go and die. They commit suicide. They just go abscond. That's all. So unless a commission for men is formed and their issues are addressed, I think men has no future in India or internationally also. There are a lot of, even internationally also, they are trying to look at men's issues, but nothing has happened. But India and China, where family has roots, men are very important as a basic unit of a family. They are also members of the family unit. So that has gone in the, blood of Indians. So men, there is a possibility that men may be protected soon, likely, because what is really happening today? Judges are getting affected, politicians are getting affected, actors, all prominent persons. Today you take in Tamil Nadu, our CM is in trouble, our food minister is in trouble. So there are 4 or 5 ministers who are in trouble. You take the movie field. He openly says, what is his name? Mohan. Ravi Mohan. He openly says, I have no option except to commit suicide. So that is the status. We had one of the prominent Prashant, actor Prashant. See, he was the only person who fought against this law till the end. He proved himself and came out. All other people who have money, they throw out money and walk away out of it. He struggled for 5 years. Actually, he lost his career because of this woman-centric laws. A case of 498A was filed. And finally, he went up to Supreme Court and he could get out of it. And even there, Supreme Court said, pay 50 lakhs. Ultimately, that was what happened. And he was talking about child rights, and the child must be about 21 years now. His child must be 20. He has not even seen the child. So that is the very pathetic situation prevailing in the country. So only option before everyone today is to seek for a commission for men. That will be mutually acceptable thing. We are not against women. Men are not against women. Men need women, in fact. In fact, men respect women. Even the nature has been against men. Women are given the pleasure of pregnancy and childbirth. Men doesn't have it. They call it as a pain. Actually, pregnancy and child birth are pleasure. Every woman knows. But they call it as a big pain. They beget children because of men or something. They think it is a pain. Fact is not like that. Men are denied. Even nature has been against men. So my request would be to create awareness in the society, everyone today. Their men faces all the problems. They have emotional problems, they have legal problems, they have financial problem, and every problem, whatever you can say, every problem is only on the men. So today they don't even come out and see. If a man weeps, they say you are a coward. He cannot even weep. That is the society today. Even every cinema, every drama, every media, they don't come forward. Ravi Mohan actually was weeping on the stage. Very pathetic today. So what I request everyone is to create awareness in the society that men also have problems. And they need a solution also. One of the best thing is to form a national commission for men and find their problems and find the solution. Yeah, thank you for your time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Deepika Narayan Bhardwaj, men's right activist, founder, Ekam Nyaay Foundation. As a founder of Ekam Nyaay Foundation, a pioneering non-governmental organization, NGO, she fights for equal rights in the society. Established with a steadfast commitment to upholding justice and equality, the foundation is dedicated to promoting gender equality and addressing the pressing issues faced by men in the society. Driven by the vision of a world where every individual is treated with dignity, respect, and fairness, the foundation endeavors to bring out positive change through its multifaceted initiatives. The foundation's work is guided by a set of core values that include integrity, compassion, and inclusivity. It strives hard to provide a safe and supportive environment for individuals affected by false accusations, wrongful convictions, and other human rights violations, offering legal aid, emotional support, and counseling. Through research initiatives, it aims to shed light on overlooked issues and policy changes to promote fairness and equality for all. The foundation is committed to challenging harmful stereotypes and promoting positive masculinity, raising awareness on importance of mental health and well-being among men and women. By championing equal rights and responsibilities, Foundation seeks to create an equal society. May now invite Ms. Deepika Narayan Bhardwaj to address the gathering, please.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, my absolute honor to share the stage with esteemed guests. It is an honor to be sitting by your side, Justice Prakash, and thank you so much for inviting me here, Prakash ji. And it is very, very sad to hear what you have gone through, and of course, yours is not the only case. I had actually not known about your case, otherwise I would have brought it to light long time back. But never too late, we are doing an interview tomorrow. This is a report, this is an annual report of my NGO, Ekam Nyaay Foundation. I am going to just share few cases that we have done, which will tell you how bad the situation is. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but this is me standing with Captain Rakesh Walia in front of Supreme Court of India. Captain Rakesh Walia is a senior citizen. He's a cancer survivor. He's a heart patient. He had written a book, and a woman reached out to him saying that she wants to do digital promotion of his book. So he engaged this woman to do this task, and they were trying to meet for a conversation how to take this forward. This woman eventually decided that she is going to come to a particular metro station. Then, they can drive from his office to his residence, and on the way, they can have a conversation. 1 hour 15 minutes, Mr. Walia drove from Chhatarpur metro station in Delhi to Botanical Garden metro station in Noida. The exact distance and time of travel is 1 hour 15 minutes. During the journey, this woman was not interested in talking about the digital promotion at all. She kept talking on the phone with somebody and she kept checking her messages, and Mr. Walia was very confused as to what was happening. Then she told him towards the end of the journey that let's go to a hotel, and that's where he thought that something is not right. And he said, no ma'am, I don't want to go to a hotel with you. She said, we will sit and talk there about the project. He said, I will not go there with you. I am dropping you here. Within half an hour, Mr. Walia receives a call from police station sector 37 Noida, and the police officers tell him, you should immediately come here because this woman is saying that you have raped her. Mr. Walia says, I picked up this woman from so and so place, dropped her at so and so place. I have not done anything wrong at all. Then they said, we are not filing an FIR here because, she claims that she was given a cold drink by you, because of which she had lost her conscience, and that's when you raped her. But she looks absolutely normal. She has walked into the police station. We are not filing an FIR because you picked her up from Chhatarpur metro station, so we are asking her to go to another police station. Mr. Walia got panicked, obviously. Then his son receives a message on Facebook from this woman, and she says, you are Captain Walia's son. He has raped me. So she tries to create a panic situation for hours. Eventually, when this man does not, sort of give in, she goes to the police station and lodges a rape case against him at 11:15 in the night. It turns out eventually this woman has filed 9 rape and molestation cases on different men across Delhi in the last several years. There's another case. So this is impact story. This woman's name is Pinky. This man you see standing here, his name is Dheeraj Gupta. He is a successful real estate person, a very happily married man. His wife was pregnant at a time when he was immediately picked up by police at 12:30 in the night when he was returning from his office to his home. He did not know what he was picked up for. The police said, you have raped a woman. And he said, which woman? So he said, this woman's name is called Pinky. He said, I don't know any Pinky. They said, but she has filed a rape complaint against you that 7 months ago, you sat by her side in a movie theater and you offered her cold drink. She drank that cold drink, fell unconscious. Then you took her to a basement in the theater and you raped her. And he said, I do not even know this woman. They held him up in the police station. In the morning, this woman walks in and he sees this woman for the first time ever in his life. She is accompanied by a man, and they take him to the side, his family to the side, and say, give 50 lakhs or you will land up in jail forever. Dheeraj was arrested, though there was not a single proof of any wrongdoing by Dheeraj. 3 days later, his family is given a demand that you pay 33 lakhs and the woman will change her statement. And because Dheeraj's wife was pregnant at that time, they shell out that money and gave it to her. Within 3 days, this woman who was claiming that she has been raped gives an affidavit. I do not know in this man. He has not raped me. He has not done anything wrong. Even after this affidavit, the judge does not give bail to him, and he ends up spending 5 months in jail. In January 2024, Dheeraj called me at 10 o'clock in the night and he cried like a baby. He kept crying for almost 10 minutes. And he said, ma'am, मेरे साथ जेल में, do you understand Hindi? Can I speak a little bit in Hindi? मेरे साथ जेल में जो हुआ है, वो इतना बड़ा अन्याय है, और मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा कि मैं समाज में अपना चेहरा कैसे दिखाऊं. How should I show my face in the society? I have been called a rapist. I did not even see that woman. I told Dheeraj, I'm going to get justice to you. I wrote to the DGP Haryana. I wrote to the Chief Minister of Haryana. A special investigation team was formed to then investigate the case of Dheeraj when he had already spent 5 months in jail, because then I pitched it. We went and met the Home Minister, and the SIT found out that on that particular day when she is saying that she was in the theatre and he raped her, she was hundreds of kilometers away from that place. That woman who is claiming to have been raped over there. They busted the entire plot. They realized that somebody had planted this woman to extort money from Dheeraj. Today, thankfully, I am very proud to share, with the intervention of Ekam Nyaay Foundation, the man and that woman both are in jail right now. This is not the only case. There is a case that Ekam Nyaay Foundation brought to light, where in Gurgaon, a woman has filed 9 rape cases against 9 different boys. In all of them, she claims that they promised to marry her, did not marry her, and hence she has been raped. Eventually, we got an FIR filed against her in 2 rape cases under charges of extortion. She was arrested. She was in jail for 1 year, 2 months. Eventually, she had to go to the Supreme Court to get a bail, because we stood by the people that she had implicated falsely, and we ensured that she did not get bail. But you know what happened? She comes out, she gets a job in Hyderabad and files another rape case. There's another case in Jaipur. This woman has filed 16 rape and molestation cases, including a false gang rape case. She implicated a man who could have become the next Neeraj Chopra of this country. He was a sports person. He was fantastic at his job. Just 7 days of having known this lady, she filed a rape case on him. He was in jail. His sports career ended. His life completely got ruined. He was eventually acquitted after 7 years. And he's just trying to revive his life. This is story of Krishan Sharma. He is an international boxing champion. He has represented India. He comes from the poorest of poor families of Haryana. He became an international boxer, won medals for the country, represented India, fell in love with a woman, one day finds out that she is cheating on him. She is sleeping with a man inside his own house, and he catches her red-handed. And of course he gets angry, and there is a scuffle. She goes to her house, she leaves him. After 8 months, he goes to her house and says, either you leave me or you be with me. What is my mistake? Tell me. Her entire family beat him up black and blue. He has a fracture in the hand. His head is smashed completely. He files an FIR against all of the people. In order to counterblast, she files a sexual harassment, unnatural sex, dowry, domestic violence case against him. The senior police officer intervenes and he says, you please settle. Don't fight. She will keep the money you have given to her, and you please get done with this relationship. It is not going to work. So both of the FIRs are compromised. Krishan starts an academy in his village and tries to rebuild his life, come over this trauma. This woman plants a boy in his boxing academy. And one night he is immediately arrested under the charges of POXO from a boy planted by his ex-wife. He spends 5 years in jail. 5 years. He has written this book, and if you read this book, you will have goosebumps on how system can be so blind. The boy who claimed to have been raped did not have any medical injuries. There were witnesses from his academy, all the other kids who he had made champions, that this man cannot commit this crime. But he did not get bail for 5 years. He was put in a che by che, almost this. And there were cockroaches and there were mosquitoes, and he tells me that the only thing that he could do was to talk to a cat. He used to preserve the milk, little bit of milk that he used to get, and he used to give it to the cat because otherwise he would have gone mad. He's under immense depression today. We are trying to bring him out of this depression. These are just some of the stories that I'm sharing with you. My organization's efforts are to work on ground with people and transform lives, as many as we can. We are a very small organization, but this issue is rampant across the country now. There are absolutely horrific stories. Property dispute, file a rape case. You have thrown some woman out of your company, she files a rape case. You are raising any performance issues, there is a sexual harassment case. You are caught red-handed with your lover, the husband gets a dowry or a domestic violence case. Our courts have, I don't know what has gone wrong with our courts. A man whose marriage lasted for just 1 year, Jharkhand High Court grants alimony of 70 lakhs to the woman, saying she's 32 today, counting the average human life, she might be 70, so you need to pay her for the next 38 years of her life. An able-bodied woman who is educated, who can work, who can earn, but no. What is the salary of this man? 2 lakh rupees per month. You can keep the calculations that probably 4 years, 5 years of his entire salary has gone into alimony. Yesterday there was a case in Supreme Court of India where a man begged the court that my marriage lasted for just few days. I've been paying her 15,000 rupees per month for the last more than 12 to 13 years. Please, I'm begging you, give me divorce. And the Supreme Court judges say, keep giving 15,000, don't raise your voice. Nobody talks about the trauma that just so many men are going through. And recently I was in a debate on Times Now, and this anchor, Navika, said, Deepika, what are the numbers? I just told her one thing. If our constitution says equal rights, equality under the eyes of law, equal protection of everyone, then where does this number thing come from? Even if one man is dying because of injustice, does his life matter? Not at all. Should we not even talk about this? When should we talk about it? When, as many men die or, are hurt or are suffering as women? Or probably we try and tame and address the situation right now. There is a lot of unrest. There is a lot of unrest in the society which would lead to very, very harmful repercussions also. We are now seeing when a man is, pushed to the corner, we are seeing cases where a man has killed his own children. And then he killed himself because he was deprived of even seeing his kids. And he thought that this is the way he can take revenge. We have another data in our annual report. This is another issue which is very, very pressing. This is impact of parental alienation in India. Almost 40 to 42% of the fathers who apply for visitation, as in when there is a fight between husband and wife, it is the kids who are the biggest sufferers. The fathers do not even get to see their child. I'll quickly share with you another case from Bihar. We are helping an army man who has been falsely accused in a false rape and POXO case. I wanted to hear his story. So I log into the courts in the e-prison system, and I am sitting and hearing and seeing this man the next day. Less than 24 hours, a man who is sitting in jail gets to talk to me on video, see me. You know how much time it takes for a father to even see his child when there is a situation of separation or divorce? Minimum 8 months. Minimum 8 months. अपने बच्चे का चेहरा देखने के लिए एक पिता को 8 से 10 महीने या 12 महीने इंतजार करना पड़ता है. There are countless stories. I can go on and on and on. But the crux of this is that there should be equality in real terms. There should be justice in real terms. Just because there are more number of women who suffer and there is no denial at all. A lot of men ask me, Deepika ma'am, laws kab change honge? When will the laws get changed? When will men get justice? I said the battle for women has not been easy. They have fought for years and years to get their laws. So if you think that, things will turn around, overnight for men, it will not happen. It will take time. But it will require a lot of people to stand up and say that justice cannot be a factor of gender. If a man has been wronged, he needs to get justice too. I shared Captain Rakesh Walia's case. His case was quashed in the Supreme Court of India. We told the Supreme Court, we showed the pattern on how this lady is filing these cases one after the other for the purpose of extortion. Supreme Court calls it abuse of process of law. This senior citizen man suffered for 3 years for no mistake of his. Not even 1,000 rupees fine by the Supreme Court of India. I ask why. So that this woman can go ahead and file many more cases. There are so many situations in which these laws are being used as a weapon. In fact, I am not saying this. Just today, Supreme Court of India, Justice B.V. Nagaratna has said that laws of dowry, domestic violence, POCSO, sexual harassment, within matrimonial disputes, these allegations are flying in thin air. I remember in Delhi, there was a lady who came and met me. She was sitting next to me crying for 1 hour. In a matrimonial dispute, her Jethani had filed rape case against her husband. Why? Because she wanted 75 lakhs alimony and she was not getting the alimony. So she filed a rape case on the brother-in-law. And these accusations have become so common. Elderly citizens, elderly men are now languishing in jail because molestation and rape charges on male family members have become so common. Ekam Nyaay Foundation is making efforts every day to actually work with people and work on particular case studies. I'm very, very happy to share with you that within first year of Ekam Nyaay Foundation's work, we counseled more than 2,000 men and their families. We have got 38 women and men arrested who filed false cases. And in more than a dozen cases where the man died by suicide and he was not there, his family could not even lodge an FIR, we actually helped the family to get an FIR lodged. And we continue to work every day on these issues. I want to request and share with all of you that there's a new movie that is coming, directed by Anurag Kashyap, produced by Mr. Nikhil Dwivedi, and Z Studios official is on the project. Bandar movie ka naam hai. Please go ahead and watch this film in the theaters. After a long time, I think creators are trying to bring out these stories as well. There's a lot of hesitation. Anybody who reaches out to me to interview me first tells me that ma'am, we are taking a big risk by interviewing you or by talking about these issues. And I say thank you so much for doing this. But trust me, yes, some people will call you anti-women, but you have no idea how many thousands of people will be blessing you because they will feel that somebody is speaking up for them as well. You can check out our work on ekamnyay.org. Please watch my documentary films. I remember Justice Prakash had come unseen martyrs of marriage in 2017. I had screened my documentary film here in Chennai. I've been working for the last 14 years, every single day, trying to get somebody justice who has been wronged. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Justice P.N. Prakash, Madras High Court Judge. Justice Shri P.N. Prakash is a distinguished Indian jurist who served as a judge of the Madras High Court from October 2013 until his retirement in January 2023. Known for his extensive expertise in criminal jurisprudence, he has since dedicated his time to coaching unprivileged law students aspiring to clear judiciary examinations. During his decade-long tenure at the Madras High Court, Justice Prakash handled numerous landmark and sensitive cases. He frequently addressed complex interstate and international child custody battles. Notably, he delivered rulings prioritizing the native environment of children for their best interest. He presided over many pivotal criminal revision petitions, balancing strict adherence to the Indian Penal Code (IPC) with humanitarian considerations such as mitigating disproportionate life sentences in domestic disputes. He was widely respected for his clear interpretations of the Code of Criminal Procedure (CRPC), particularly regarding police harassments, FIR registrations and closure reports procedures. Known for his erudition and strong oratorical skills, Justice Prakash remains an active voice in legal education. He frequently delivers lectures on vital aspects of the Indian legal system, evidence law, and the nuances of judicial conduct. Some of the sensitive judgments handled by him include Manoranjan rescue case, Kannagi Murugesan honor killing, Attack Pandi Dinagaran newspaper, Madurai office burning, and Sathankulam case. He had done numerous drug syndicate arrests and prosecution as public prosecutor. May now invite Justice Shri P.N. Prakash to address the gathering, please.
Yes, sir, please. Okay, it's a very close gathering, so nothing much. Good evening, Mr. Prakash Swamy and Deepika, whom I've been knowing for the last 10 years, who has really been doing an excellent job in this field, because some of you have come now, but I have been knowing, I knew her at least when I was a sitting judge, and I have screened her short films in the Judicial Academy in order to sensitize the judges so that they will know the other side of the coin. I really do not know why I was invited by Prakash Swamy, except that I had not suffered till today in the hands of any women, fortunately. But I read a book written by a judge of the Bombay High Court. She wrote this, I must say this is a book written by Justice Mridula Bhatkar. In this book, her husband, Bhatkar, was a TV serial artist. Like you have this Tamil CV, Selvi, Kayal, all these Tamil serials. There is a serial in Hindi called Commander. In that serial, her husband was a lead artist. Mridula was doing a very serious sessions trial in the court. Some big accused were involved in that case. So she was very tough. She was a very tough judge. Now, what the police did was, they just fabricated a case of rape against her husband and ruined him. A false case of rape was charged against the husband of a sitting judge. And by the time they could come out of it, he had cancer, and within a few months after he was exonerated, like how Prakash Swamy was exonerated, he died of cancer. So after reading this book, I was sleepless for about 3 nights. My question was, when a judge's husband would suffer this, what happens to ordinary people? So this prompted me to translate this book into Tamil for the purpose of Tamil readers. I translated this book mainly for the members of the district judiciary and not for the higher judiciary. Because I know that our higher judiciary people can do anything and get away with anything. We have Chief Justice Gogoi, who is said to have abused working women in the Supreme Court. And when she raised an alarm, she was dismissed from Supreme Court, she was arrested, her husband was arrested, her brother-in-law was arrested, everyone were put behind jail because he was the Chief Justice of India. You people are talking about Women's Commission, that commission. No Women's Commission came to the rescue of the lady when she was harassed. She suffered because Chief Justice of India abused her sexually. The law was not able to reach him. After he retired and became a Rajya Sabha MP, he's a Rajya Sabha MP ruling us. Justice Bobde, who succeeded him, had an in-house inquiry by 2 women judges. And those judges investigated that affair and found that that lady was being wrongly prosecuted. And they restored her service, they quashed all the criminal cases against her, and she's back to service, but at what cost? For 3 years that lady and her family suffered because of this. So this is from the judiciary side. Coming to the executive side, we have an ADGP called Rajesh Das, who just abused a colleague, an IPS officer. Here, Arul's daughter-in-law is here, was a magnificent officer, F.E. Arul. We have officers who had misused, abused an IPS colleague. And he is still hanging on here. He has not gone to jail even once because the government protects the executive. So judiciary is protected, executive is protected. Come to the Pohat. The Pogart sisters, they have made a complaint against the president of the Wrestlers Association. That Pogart is now not even able to participate in the Asian Games and other things. She is struggling now to go to every court. She is knocking the door and going. So where did the commission, Women's Commission go, this commission go? So you people are thinking that the moment the Women's Commission comes, Men's Commission comes, all your problems are going to be solved. Your problems aren't going to be solved at all, because the moment the Men's Commission comes, after all your lobbying, next minute you will find retired judges, retired politicians, retired bureaucrats standing in the Prime Minister's office or Chief Minister's office asking for appointment as chairman of the commission. And after why they want the chairman of the commission, they'll get a bungalow, they get a car, they get all the facilities. They will not want to improve the lot of men. So you don't waste your time and energy having to get it, because your Women's Commission has not been able to stop the harassment of women. Your SC/ST Commission, she read about Kannagi Murugesan case, which created a big thing in Tamil Nadu, where a Dalit boy marries a caste girl, and both of them are administered poison by the caste Hindus, and the Dalit boy is burnt away, and the caste Hindus dead boy thing is burnt in the caste Hindu burial ground, and they make it look as if it's a suicide. I sent all of them inside. The SC/ST Commission did not come for the rescue. SC/ST Commission did not come for the rescue. When she said about the Sathamkulam case, what happened to Sathamkulam case? Sathamkulam case was 2 of them were taken into custody and beaten to death. I was the judge in Madurai bench. I took cognizance of it. I ordered a police investigation, took complete control of the police station, and then ensured that now all of them are hanged. The National Commission did not come to the rescue of the thing. So you are barking the wrong tree by asking for the wrong things. Now, the problem is this. This is Prakash Swamy faces a case. All these materials with Deepika has provided, perfectly right. All these people have been harmed thing. But the problem is not, the problem is something more deep. The problem is we have a very, very, very corrupt police system and a weak judiciary. Your problem is not anywhere else. You have a corrupt police system and a weak judiciary. your solution is not that by creating a men's commission or bringing laws for men it's going to be a problem. You mean to say that there have not been abuses and murder cases under section 302 IPC from the time Macaulay drafted it in 1891, 1861. Every other case of the 302 murder case, section 149 IPC and 34 common intention IPC will be used to fabricate 3 or 4 persons, absolutely innocent persons as part of the accused. By the time they get an acquittal, half their life will go, nothing will happen, and they will lose government job, and nobody reports the thing. So every penal law in this country has been subjected to abuse. Every penal law in this country has been subjected to misuse. So 498 has been subjected to misuse. Posh Act has been subjected to misuse. POXO cases have been subjected to misuse. Like how 302 IPC was also subjected to abuse for the last 150 years. So the answer to the question is something more. As a society, you must have to address this issue. Don't have a knee-jerk reaction. What she is doing is she is addressing the issue on a macro level. She is not isolating. For example, Prakash Swamy was acquitted by a women judge. That lady magistrate acquitted him. I remember the case of Jayendra Saraswati Swamigal was implicated in a murder case. I defended that. I was a lawyer at that time, and I defended him in that murder case. The murder case was going on. Parallelly, one Tamil writer, Anuradha Ramanan, I think, she went into TV and she was giving interviews saying the Swamigal fell on her, hugged her, raped her, all sorts of things. That man, old man, he's 75 plus, I think. I just really do not know how that man could overpour this lady and fall on her. And I mean, sometimes, you must ask these people to perform this exercise. Then we'll know, because recreate the scene and show, please tell me. Our thing was whether to defend this man in this murder case or this calumny of a parallel media trial going on against this man. The toughest time we had, we saw that, all right, Swamigal, just don't worry about it. This is a ploy to detract you. We will concentrate on the murder case. We'll take you out. And we did have him take him out. He was acquitted. That lady died of cancer or something, whatever she said. So this could happen to anyone. This could happen to anyone. Why it could happen to anyone? Because the system is weak. System is weak. The problem is that your police system is corrupt. The colonial police system which we inherited, where the colonial government brought these police acts in order to protect the government of the day. Because we were subjects for them. We were not citizens for the colonial power. We were subjects. So the Police Act was modeled in such a way it was dealt as subjects. Post-independence, we are continuing with the same attitude of the police looking at us as subjects, not as part of the society. Because we are scared to go to a police station. We are scared to go to a court. Court system is not something which people should actually love to go to the court. People should say, yes, I have confidence in the judges. I have confidence in the judiciary. But what happens is that court system is such a mystic system that people are scared to go to the court. On other thing, please don't think that only in India these false cases are filed. I have this book, which I'm sure Deepika would have read it. When truth is all you have, is Jim McCloskey, an American Deepika. An American Deepika who investigated, mind you, my dear friends, the police is an independent organization. It's not your local police where as long as Jayalalitha is in power, you will not do anything. When Karunanidhi comes to power, you will arrest Jayalalitha. And all the time the police will be watching Jayalalitha performing a huge marriage with crores of rupees money. Prevention of Corruption Act will not be slapped on her. The police will rise up only after Jayalalitha, Karunanidhi comes to power. And similarly, with all that amount of money Karnataka amassed all over here by writing poems, Jayalalitha comes to cover, only the police will wake up. So the police is a system which protects the people in power. This was the police which was protecting the viceroys, the governor generals, your governors and all in power, this system. The same system is protecting the wrestler champion who is now a member of the parliament. You just cannot touch him. The same system protects Gogoi, who is the Chief Justice of India. The same system protects Rajesh Das, who just cannot go near him. Whereas in American system, this man McCloskey goes about into the jails, finds out about the cases where people have been wrongly convicted and confirmed by Supreme Court and other courts, takes up the case and gets them out. The greatness of the American society is their ability to do introspection and say, sorry sir, we have done injustice to you. We are prepared to put the injustice back. We are able to release you. But in our country, it doesn't happen at all. If you are wrongly convicted and the conviction is confirmed by Supreme Court, your only thing is to die in the jail until then. Unless until you are a Rajiv Gandhi killer, you just can come out with already 20 years sentence because you have the public opinion in your favor. Rest of the killers have to suffer the entire thing. So my address to you all is that please understand one thing basically. We all evolved from animals. There's no doubt about it. The animal law was struggle for existence and survival of the fittest. In the jungle, there will be a struggle for existence and the fittest only will survive the jungle. You can see. Please go to Geographic Channel and see. You will find a herd of elephants. When the elephant becomes old, it will be just dropped. Rest of the elephants will just go on. This will slowly die and it will become a prey to all the hyenas, chinas and all. That is how it goes. Because they can't afford to carry with them the weakest. As we evolved from the animals and this prefrontal cortex, our face was like this. From this side, when the face became like this developed. When this developed, we started having reasoning in our activities. Earlier, we were either in the fight or flight mode. Now, we are able to reason, talk, have common sense. And we have created institutions not on the basis of struggle for existence and survival of the fittest. No. Struggle for existence is also there for us. Instead of survival of the fittest, we are saying protection of the weakest. All our institutions, courts, everything is intended for protection of the weakest. The weakest were children were weakest. Old people were weakest. Women were weakest because physically we were hunters, they were gatherers. We were hunters. Nature gave us the body thing to run with behind the deers and hunt. Nature gave them the patience to gather everything. So it was an excellent combination of hunting and gathering. So that symbiotic relationship has broken somewhere, and when we have become prey on women, all these laws had come. Now the entire cycle is going like this. They are now preying on us. That's it. Today you go and ask the Dalits, you say SC/ST Act is being misused. The Dalits simply say, sir, for 1,000 years what you people are doing to us, sir? You were just walking into our homes, taking our women, keeping them as your concubine because you're a higher caste man. Our people were not able to stop you. Now today we are getting empowered and we are questioning you and you are crying, oh, the entire heaven is going to fall. Bear with us for some time. So this is a time for men to bear with. We will have to bear with. Now the solution is that no quick fix solution you can have. You must have to strengthen the hands of organizations like his, organizations like Deepa, fund them, contribute some money to them, contribute some time to them, spend your time in creating a good ecosystem where you are able to give counseling to people who are affected by it. That's most important. The second most important is you will have to create a very committed lawyers like Thumilan throughout Tamil Nadu, who must be in a position to take up these cases pro bono or charge a reasonable fees. Nobody is asking them to do pro bono and all. You can, because today lawyers are extortionates. They become extortionists today. You are not able to go to any lawyer today and think, because their fee structure is just something. So people are scared to go to the lawyer today. But we have to create an ecosystem whereby we are good, competent lawyers, encourage them and have faith in the judiciary, strengthen the judiciary. False witnesses have been there from time immemorial, my dear friends, time immemorial. Jesus was crucified on the basis of a sham trial that was conducted at 4 o'clock in the morning by two witnesses who came and said that Jesus asked the synagogues to be blown. Jesus never said, Jesus said, your God is not in the synagogue, the God is inside you. This was misinterpreted by two witnesses who said that Jesus was wanting to blow up the synagogues. This happened 2000 years back. Covenant lost his life on a false case of having brought the thing and given to the king. The king didn't have the time to even verify whether that pearl was the proper, belonged to the thing. So false cases have been there mythically, historically, everywhere false cases have been there. Shurpanaka also faced it. The first thing Ravana asks when Shurpanaka enters, Ravana was a very just ruler. You must read Kambaramayanam. Ravana asks this question to Shurpanaka, stop. Now tell me, what was the reason for those humans to cut your nose? What did you do? Tell the truth. Then we can go into the next procedure. This is what Ravana asks in the court when Shurpanaka comes to the false plate. But that lady completely distorts the whole thing and sidetracks. That's a different issue. So, I am sure, as a society, we must not confine ourselves only to false cases against women. Our thing must be so broad that all false cases, whether it is against men or against women, we have to create a good ecosystem, a good legal system, a very robust judiciary to see that this is mitigated. You can't completely remove it. Nowhere you are able to do it, because humans have the proclivity to speak lies. We have a proclivity to speak lies because survival instinct is so much inside us that we would like to speak. Between truth and lie, we would prefer to go to the lie. So this is the thing of, this is how we are. So it's very nice that you people are there in the field, create a public opinion. Social media is going to be the biggest thing. You can take the example of Dilip, the actor. What happened? One woman actress was raped in a very outrageous manner in a car. That lady goes and gives the complaint along with the director. As the investigation proceeds, someone says that Pulsar Sunny, the man who raped, was said by Dilip. Then the social media took the trial. It was social media trial against that fellow. And he quietly was arrested, came out on bail, faced the trial, and he was acquitted by a lady judge, mind you. Acquitted by a lady judge. And what all calumny against her. People said she had taken money from Dilip, she had taken this. So judiciary, we are also not exempt from this calumny. We do something, we are also charged for this calumny. But the trial and tribulations he had to be undergone. During that time, our societies must come to the rescue of the people, give them counseling, give them confidence, give them a good lawyer to fight it, come forward to give witness on his behalf, and that is how the system can be worked. Otherwise, you cannot have a parallel judicial system. So, let us make a good beginning in Chennai this way, and you please go to the family courts. Sometimes I feel that before marriage, the couple should be taken on an excursion to family court of Chennai. I am not joking, Deepika. When I came to the bar in the year 1983, there was only one court in Chennai which used to do family cases on Fridays at 2:30. On the rest of the days, it used to do ordinary promissory note cases, mortgage cases and all. At 2:30 on Friday, there will be 3 cases. 2 will get adjourned, 1 will get go. Today, There are 7 family courts in Chennai district with a rate of 125 cases being filed per day. Per day. 8 court. I'm sorry, I retired. Maybe after my retirement, one court must have come. Maybe one must have come. So 125 to 150 cases are being filed. You will have to make a visit to the family court. You will see Kaurava forces and the Pandava forces on either side with the daggers drawn. What do you think when the poor family judge pass orders? Please put yourself, because I know the family court judges coming to me and crying, my lords, please transfer me out of this court. You even put me in the Tada court. I will handle terrorists. I can deal with them. I quit some of them. I'll hang some of them. I'll do it. But not this family court. Please put me in Tada. Tada court means Terrorist and Disruptive Activities Act. The special court in Punnamalli. Put me there in that. I will deal with this. Not this. Please. Because my family started shaking. Every day listening to the woes of this, I go home. I'm not able to deal with my family's home. My judges are crying. So we must also understand, I think we have to prepare a social system, because social laws cannot be answered in legal system. Please understand. Social problems can never be solved in a legal system. A contractual problem can be solved in legal system because it is governed by a contract act. Supposing if I had taken money from Jennifer and not returned the money, it's a contractual. This money dispute can be decided by a creature of a law court, whether I paid the money to Jennifer or I still owe the money to Jennifer. That's the thing. But a social problem, matrimonial problem, can never be decided in a formal court, and that is why you people are suffering once you get caught. So some of the lessons which you will have to take to the new generation is, ask them to marry of their choice. Please don't say that you must marry in my caste and my community. Get out of that damn thing. If they are to marry someone from anything, please let them marry. After marriage, ask them to go and live separately. This high idea of joint family, Shivaji Ganesan, Pasamalar, Gisamalar, and all that, dump in the dustbin. Let them go live as husband and wife, respect each other, and learn. Let the girl earn 50 rupees, let this fellow earn 50 rupees, hodgepodge of 100 rupees, let them spend, then they will know how difficult it is to be a parent. So, first thing you have to do is, you don't keep them in your house. You ask them to go and live separately. Thereafter, if there is going to be a problem, these problems will come. At least that problem will stick only to the husband. If you keep them here, it sticks to the mother-in-law, sister-in-law, daughter-in-law, all the in-laws are coming. So, don't romanticize with your joint family system and all, my dear. Those system and all has gone. Old age homes have come. All of us will have to find a ticket in one of the old age home or the other, and be content with it. You can't say, oh, I took care of my parents. See, my daughter is not take care of me. Stop this nonsense. You took care of your parents, fine. Your son and daughter not take care of it, it's your destiny. You go, get into an old age home and live a life. And don't later on keep cribbing there, oh, I was caught in this case, that case. So these are all the social changes, and tell the couple on a visit to the family court, see, please see this. Perform the marriage, the least expense. Don't want to show your parental power. I am a high court judge. I will spend in this, all that, and then later on keep crying, oh, this he demanded dowry, that demanded dowry. Why? Simple marriage. Mahatma Gandhi gave his son in marriage to Rajaji's daughter. Hardly 20 people attended. The whole Indian nation would have gone for the wedding if he had kept it like which Jayalalitha kept the marriage. Because Mahatma Gandhi was loved by everyone. Rajaji was loved by everyone. The entire Indian population would have gone for the wedding. They just perform. You now stop performing this thing and then later on cribbing. In fact, allow them to think after 1 year later you perform the wedding. That's also not a problem at all. So sometimes you will have to be very practical in your approach and strengthen the legal system. Work for an independent police system. Be very clear, as long as this corrupt police system is there, where a police looks at you as a subject, not as a citizen, you will have a problem. So thank you for this thing. I hope you could, your take home could be fine. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, my lord. Listening to you is like hearing one of your erudite judgments. There are two small occasions I want you to participate. One, I want you to honor today's MC, Prabha Gurmurthy, who is none other than T.R. Mahalingam's granddaughter. Second thing, with your permission, my lord. Put up. Second thing, with your permission, my lord, can we take a few questions if you don't? First questions I'll ask. In US, we have a perjury law. Suppose I file a false complaint, if it's been proved wrong, I go to jail. Many times it happened in New York. Is perjury law subject to conditions in India, or is it available, or it is not being used in the court system?
See, court system in Western countries organically developed with the society. Organically developed with the society. If you read the English history, the court system evolved as a means of protecting the common citizens against the tyranny of the state, the Stuart kings. The tyranny of the Stuart kings, the court system developed, and the jury system came, where they told the king, boss, you want us to be tried, there must be peers, people. If I am a carpenter, barber, all these fellows must sit, they must try me. So the jury system was a very great protection for the English people against false cases, as well as against seeing that a criminal doesn't go unpunished. All right. So this jury system was carried on to the United States. When they formed the Constitution of US, you will find that jury trial is a fundamental right for them. All right. So perjury is looked down upon by them because they say that these courts are my courts, our courts. We can't afford you to speak a lie in this court. In France, French law was administered in Pondicherry till 1955. In France, if a witness were to speak a lie, that first the murder case will be stopped. The case against the witness will be taken, he will be sent to jail, and then only I will take you one classic example of the famous writer, that British writer. So many books we read his books, no? Jeffrey Archer. Jeffrey Archer. Yeah, correct. Jeffrey Archer. You know the case of Jeffrey Archer? Jeffrey Archer, correct. Jeffrey Archer, there is a tabloid in like our Hindu paper, I think there's some very good daily, which published an article that Jeffrey Archer was having a nice time with his concubine, this lady, on a particular day and night. It was published. So Jeffrey Archer filed a suit for huge damages, saying that at that time I was in my friend's house dining. I'd gone to my friend's house for dinner. I was there. The friend came and gave evidence. Yes, Jeffrey Archer came to my house at 8 o'clock. We both are dining. Only at 10 o'clock he left the house. So the court awarded a huge compensation of several million pounds to Jeffrey Archer for having against the tabloid, against Dawn. Over 5 years over. London elections comes. London mayor election comes. So the Conservative Party appoint Jeffrey Archer as a mayoral candidate for London. This friend suddenly thinks, after all, this fellow is a liar. If this liar is going to become a mayor, I can't stand it. I will go and confess to the judge that I gave a false evidence in that trial which gave compensation. So this man goes to the court and gives a statement. A new case is registered. Jeffrey Archer is sent to jail for 5 years. So from jail he would have written that my jail diary. That's a beautiful book which is selling beautifully well. So this is the system of, because there, the court is their court, right? Here, the attitude of our people is, the court is not created by us, it was created by the British and left. Our court was something different. Our court was a panchayat court, village court, where disputes used to be decided by guilds. This court is an alien court. So we can speak, I will not speak a lie under a people tree or under the environment of my village. But I will speak a lie, unvarnished lie, in a court of law, because this is not my court. Perjury law is there. But the percentage of perjury is so intense in our country that our judges will have no other work by putting all litigants in jail. All litigants in jail. So they will have no other work by only thing. So perjury is a biggest problem we are facing in this country. Laws are there, but implementation is just, we'll go mad because everyone speaks a lie. One small example, there's a reported case. A man files I file a suit against Deepika for 50,000 rupees on a promissory note. Deepika gave a promissory note. I forged Deepika's signature and file a suit saying that Deepika has paid. Deepika comes to the court and says, yes, Prakash took 50,000 from me and I executed a promissory note on Diwali day. But on Baisakhi day, I returned that money and Prakash gave the acquittant. This is the receipt from Prakash. Because she goes to the same forger and gets my signature forged for acquittance. Deepika is not a fool to say, I swear on God that I did not receive the money from Prakash. He said, Mr. Prakash, yes, I no doubt got the money from Prakash on Diwali day. But what I did was, I went on Baisakhi and returned the money. This is Prakash's receipt. Reported case, sir. I'm not joking about all this. These are all reported cases. So, your level of perjury in this court is that you don't look at these courts as your courts. You look at these courts as Warren Hastings' court. Because Warren Hastings was the person who established all this court in 1772. All right. That is the problem.
Actually, there are perjury laws, but the process itself takes so long for one person to be acquitted. I have interviewed a person, a luminary in the social service space. Sir, he ran an NGO providing shelter to homeless and the poor and has helped lakhs of people. He had a competitor in his organization or in his work. He planted a woman, got him employed at this man's place and then filed a rape case. Again, he fought for 5 years, was eventually acquitted. Now he has filed perjury against the woman. In fact, the court, while acquitting him, said that there should be a perjury proceeding initiated against the woman. And I will not name this person, but I am very proud somewhere to say that our work is actually motivating some people in the judiciary as well. And I can say that with due respect and confidence, because we have received judgments from judges where they have awarded 3 years punishment, 4 years punishment, 5 years punishment to women who filed false cases. And they want us to report it and they want us to talk about it. But you know what happens, Justice Prakash sir? These judges are then given a very, very bad assignment.
Yes.
The moment they take up cudgels against false cases, and this is not just one judge, I've seen it happening to so many. I remember there was a very, very sharp, acumen, upright judge in Delhi who called a spade, and in false cases, he, when there is a rapist, he was convicting and ensuring that the rapist doesn't get away. But when there was a false rape case, he was ensuring that he writes it in the judgment, in the order on how the case was manufactured and how the woman lied and things like that. 2 or 3 of his judgments came out and then the feminists started a campaign against him and eventually he was sent to Judicial Academy for Gender Sensitization Training. So, you know, being equal, being upright also comes at a cost in our country, and that's why Sir Ahmed Sir said if people are starting, you know, courts start trying people for perjury, then I think there'll be more perjury cases than actual cases, because in India people lie through their teeth and there are no repercussions. But if I may, can I ask, so, for example, in Captain Walia's case, or in cases now that I'm doing where, you know, it is very evident that the woman has taken the law for complete ride. Recently, there was a case at Punjab and Haryana High Court where a married woman went to Egypt, Bali, Indonesia, you know, various exotic locations with this man. Being married herself, she was not divorced. And she later, when this man had change of his heart or mind or whatever, he did not want to marry her, they were in a consensual relationship. She files a rape case. It is recorded in the judgment by Punjab and Haryana High Court that she has gone to these many exotic locations while being married, so she cannot say she was lured on false promise of marriage. Now, in a case like this, don't you think that the High Courts can at least put some penalty? High courts have powers, right? So, like, I recently read a case where a man spent 52 days in jail on charges of having heroin drug with him when he had Rajpan masala. So he is given 10 lakhs rupees of compensation by a high court. Why not in false cases, sir?
Deepika, you're perfectly right. I remember Nambi Narayan, a scientist. Huh? Because he was a good friend of mine, I had the thing to do it. He was implicated in an espionage case, my dear friends. At least you people are think. Espionage means selling some things to Pakistan and Russia. And scientist, mind you, his entire career was ruined, and cryogenic engine thing was bent 10 years back. India was about to make the engine for a space thing. This man had the know-how which he had learned from Russia and thing. His arrest and detention and false case had put India 20 years behind in cryogenic engine. This man was awarded 5 crores, I think, by the Supreme Court of India. 50 lakhs, I'm sorry. 50 lakhs, I'm sorry. 50 lakhs after a great struggle. So I asked Nambi Narayan, Nambi, what about your co-accused and all? Prakash, many of them died of thing. They didn't have even the thing to fight. I had to fight because they just all right, the thing itself is enough, and one of them had cancer and died because of stress and other things. They didn't have the will to fight, but I had the will to fight up to the Supreme Court, he said. And I had very good lawyers who supported me. So it is possible, but it happens very rarely. I think we must sense it will happen now as we make this thing and all. Change will take, as you rightly said. See, Deepika beautifully said how long it took women to have these laws brought. Sarika Shah had to die to have this Women Harassment Act. Don't you remember that? Sarika Shah, a poor girl who was standing in the Etraj College, she had to die for this thing to happen. So like that, it will take a long time.
Any questions, please? Ramesh, please.
Well, I have two things to offer to this audience. That is, first to Deepika ma'am, that I am Ramesh from Madras, a friend of Prakash. Do you have a chapter in Chennai where this forum of yours, which you started, or any other branches in the southern part of India, which is operational? to justice, can I say that just as there is a proviso called piercing the corporate wheel to go beyond the so-called business entity concept and stuff like that. So, in the case of perjury, when you were talking, this was striking in my mind. Can't the judge himself or herself suo moto pierce that wheel and go behind it and then say that you are lying? Because from by by the judge's own wisdom, you are lying. I am able to see it very clearly, like the back of my palm. And so, can something like that be done by the listening judge?
Procedure provided under the Code of Criminal Procedure. A special procedure is provided. It is a separate procedure. So that procedure has to be followed, because where the nation itself speaks lies, half your jail will be full of these people. See, this is a problem. The problem is that you have lying is a national character. It has become a national character. What to do?
So thanks for asking that, Ramesh. We don't have any chapters of Ekam Nyaay Foundation right now. Like Prakash sir said, obviously funding is a huge issue for us. Another issue is that counselings we do, and we counsel people from across the country while sitting in Delhi also. My counselors are in Dehradun, they are in Hisar, Haryana. So it's a phone call and we counsel them. We rarely do any personal, but we spend hours and hours talking to them, because eventually it is a conversation and a feeling of support that we have to provide. So that's why we have not thought about starting chapters. Of course, someday it will begin. Another, I think the biggest challenge in men's issues or men's rights community is, which I candidly always talk, is that people take this work as part-time work, volunteer work. No change can ever be brought in society by doing something part-time. I resigned from my job, 2012, I remember I put down my papers. I still did not give a resignation, but I told my boss, give me 1 year, I want to make this documentary and then I will come back. For 4 years, I made Martyrs of Marriage. My entire savings were exhausted. I had no money in my bank account. After Martyrs of Marriage release and the screenings, I had 5,000 rupees in my account. I had to join a job to sustain myself financially. But still, my heart was so much into this that I quit that job after 4 months and then came back again. And luckily, I found a producer for my next documentary film. So I did not quit. But I understand it is very difficult for a lot of men to do this work full time, because they have families to provide. They have a lot of responsibility. But my humble submission, and like Prakash sir also said, an ecosystem has to be created. And that ecosystem cannot be created until and unless there are NGOs. There are more and more NGOs like Ekam Nyaay Foundation working on ground, working on cases. And last but not the least, I'll just share an example, and I'm sure Prakash sir also knows. There's an organization called the Innocence Project. In fact, this book, they started so small. They fight for people who are wrongfully convicted. And they have got people out who were innocent but who were languishing in jail for 25 years, 30 years, 35, 40 years. I think it is the most noble work that anybody can do in this entire universe. They started small. Today they have gotten out 2,000 and plus people. 2,000 was, I think, a couple of years ago. So I'm sure it must be much, much more. But they have transformed 2,000 lives. And today it is such a big community. I think we need to take a leaf from that chapter and do the same thing in India for men's rights as well. You know, I am proud that I have saved 100 lives. That's a very small number. But we have done and do a job. When we take up a case, we put all our energies behind. And when we get one case highlighted, for example, Captain Rakesh Walia sir's case got highlighted, there are so many more people who feel that they can also win this, and they fight back. So until unless organizations get down to resolving, these cases, take them to media, get them highlighted, get the person compensation, fight for one person, and that will spread at least a message in the society that yes, if it can happen to this person, it can happen for us also. So yeah, thank you.
Any question? Nalini?
Interesting, educative, but I thought I should just make a very small correction that every department in our country is highly corrupt, number one. Number two, I came for this meeting. I am a Mylaporean. I visited my friend. He called me to his house, and then when I was talking with him, after 10 or 15 minutes, I saw a camera. Then I asked him why there is a camera. His wife was left for 2 years. என் பேர்ல நம்பிக்கை இல்லை, அதனால தான் கேமரா இங்கே மட்டும் இல்லை, பாத்ரூம் பெட்ரூம் எல்லாத்தையும் 7 கேமரா போட்டிருக்காங்க அப்படின்னா. அப்பதான் கேட்டேன், ஏன் நீங்க அதை அப்டேட் பண்ணல? அவன் சொன்னான், அவன் செலவு தான் போட்டேன்டா, இது அப்டேட் பண்ணா பெருசாகும், அடக்கு இல்லை என்றான் அடக்கு. மனைவி அமைவதெல்லாம் இறைவன் கொடுத்த வரம் அப்படின்னு சொன்னார் கண்ணதாசன். அவரே என்ன சொன்னார்னா, புரிந்தவன் துணையாக வேண்டும்னு சொல்லியிருக்கார் ரெண்டும். ஆனா நிறைய கேஸ், நான் வந்து ஒரு ஸ்கூல் டீச்சர் கம் பிரின்சிபல், இவங்க 2 பேருமே என்னுடைய பெஸ்ட் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ். 47 கேஸ் டைவர்ஸ் என்கிட்ட வந்து 2 ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வருவாங்க. நான் ஒன்னே ஒன்று தான் சொன்னேன், உங்க வீடு அந்த வீட்டில் உட்காந்து வச்சு பேசி துட்டுக்கிட்டு எல்லாம் கூட கொடுத்து பேசாம போ. சினிமாக்காரன் நல்ல பணக்காரங்கெல்லாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அவங்களுக்கெல்லாம் பெரிய ஸ்டிக்மாவே கிடையாது, ஜாலியாக தானே வராங்க, ஜாலியாக தானே போகிறாங்க. ஆனால் நம்ம கேஸில் என்ன ஆகுதுன்னா, பையனுக்கு உடனே he becomes emotionally upset. Think, 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 and then there is a settlement. The women wants only the money. If you are capable, throw the money and go. அப்போ கல்யாணம் பண்ணிக்கலாமான்னா கண்டிப்பாக கல்யாணம் பண்ணிக்கலாம், பண்ணிக்க வேண்டாமான்னா பண்ணிக்க வேண்டாம். Maternity has rights, but celibacy has no pleasure. அதனால தைரியம் என்பது தேவை. என்னைக்குமே இந்த டைவர்ஸ் இந்த கேஸ் என்ன எதுலையுமே, if you are emotionally strong, lots of books have come today, just as the justice has shown that if you are emotionally not upset, then you are a winner. Thank you so much, sir. It was quite interesting.
Good evening to my Honorable Judge. He knows me, and when I practiced, and Suresh Ram also knows me very well. The starting point for the men liberation came from our end, both together. What happened? The cine star, Mr. Prasant, had the problem. Suresh brought him to me. We started filing the maintenance, because she filed a case for divorce. We countered it by way of a counter and then drafted it in a well manner. His father, Mr. Tyagarajan, he too came, and it was drafted in my house. Me, Suresh, Tyagarajan, Prasant did not come. I drafted it, and they were very happy. And that point of time, that went into the mind, they had also some problem, Suresh family. That cases were also with me. So that point of time, the thought went into their mind that something has to be done for the woman to teach them a lesson that being a cine star with what kind of a wealth he had at the back cannot be grabbed in the name of a marriage, correct? So they thought, they immediately told me, Madam, why don't you appear for all the men? Don't allow yourself to appear for wives. Put an end to it. I said, okay, Suresh, we will get along with. Next came another, he knows, another famous cine idol, Mrs. Suganya. I don't want to mention. I appeared for his husband. You know how she manipulated things. She came some other way, escaped from his clutches and came and landed in Chennai. And after that, she promised to join him after 4 or 5 months back. After that, she did not join him. She first had a case, which you people are discussing. He knows very well. Then we mastered the whole thing, saying that, he should not come immediately. Let her take an ex parte order. We'll wait for it. Set aside the order with all the documents that she has to land in soup. Then she made some annals, our Honorable Judge also knows something. And they made it in a former judge's house, this senior, not senior, our former, that point of he was a senior. After that he became a judge. We met in his house and he said, why don't you give a divorce on the ground that the marriage was solemnized in Indian soil? It was not at all solemnized in Indian soil. It was solemnized as per the County of California. So that the law will apply to her, he knows very well. Then she said, why don't you give a false affidavit and say that it is all marriage so that it can be mutually dissolved. I said, nothing doing. Why should we lie? In order to give a gloom to the senior actress, why should we lie? No way. Then we fought together and she was dragged for more than 20 years. And last point of time, we thought, okay, let her go. We gave her divorce at the age of 48. We faced all the, what are the threats we had as a lawyer also, he knows very well. So many threats came to me, I did not bother because of our political link and all, okay. Now the point is, as our honorable judge said, something has to be done, the British laws have to be given a go-by. And he knows very well that the present government has enacted the new penal laws based on our culture and custom, which has to be done long back, and all the governments are sleeping over that. This was the thing the foreign, like British, US and all, they were adopting, like what their culture and what the custom they follow. Now the thing has been changed and the new laws have been enacted and severe punishments are coming to us, women harassment, that means the kind of rape of small young children, even infants. Death penalty is awarded and 20 years within that framework, the punishment will go on. So, speedy trial. This has been given a go by. The men are suffering at the hands of women. Parallelly, women are suffering at the hands of women. So, these old laws should be given up and the efforts are being taken up for a common civil procedure code. I don't know my honorable judge how he is welcoming it, but it is the best thing. You know the Muslim women, how they are suffering at our hands of the men. Men protection you are seeking for, but the other way, the Islam laws are such a very erratic one, women are suffering. But at present, the triple talaq has been given a go by, so we are very happy. Now the thing is, as he put it out, now our laws, not only these family laws, all the criminal laws, even the civil disputes, civil laws have to be reframed as per our culture and custom. That is our ambition. Thank you.
My name is Raja. It has a thank you and a question. Thank you, Ms. Deepika. Yes, we have been immensely helping men based in Chennai. You have guided us with respect to perjury petitions, how to persuade a judge to take perjury petitions. That is one. Number two, you also gave us the Nitin Bhandari versus Deepika Bhandari case, I guess. Using that, we are able to get visitation in section 21 of domestic violence, which was till date used by women. Now judges have started to see it as a gender neuter. So thank you for that part. Lordship, the lower judiciary is not taking up new sections. Let's say currently we filed one private complaint under section 84 of BNS, which is enticing a married woman by another man. When we approached the Metropolitan Court in Egmore, the judge is not ready to take up the case. However, when we approached the High Court bench, Honorable Judge was able to he directed to take up the complaint. The lower judiciary in itself is demoralizing men. That is what the challenge is. Why there is a reluctance in taking up new laws. Example, this 84 BNS, it explicitly states a man can be convicted if he entices a woman. But the lower judiciary is not ready to take up action. But we have to go to the higher courts. By the time men reach higher courts or anyone, I will rather put it, the victim reaches the higher court, he is demoralized. That's the question, sir.
Some aberration in a judge's court. The fact remains, as Deepika pointed out, those of the judges who were very progressive in the trial courts had to suffer a lot of even going to the judicial training and all. That is how the system appears to work. So it will take, there are brilliant judges who acquitted Prakash, Swamy and all this. There are there. So it's a mixed apple. It's a mixed apple. So it will take some time. It will take some time. The new BNS and BNS, it has not yet stunk into our system. It takes some time. That's how it works.
I just want to leave everyone with a message, and it really works. If I can share very quickly, there was a lady in Bangalore, it's a Karnataka case, and I will take her name also without any hesitation. Her name is also Deepika, but she's Deepika YG. She had filed 10 cases on different men over 10 years, rape, molestation, married someone, then filed rape case and filed dowry case, and she was doing all of that. The case was with Justice Nagaprasanna, and I must share my huge regards for this gentleman. Amazing, amazing judge, very neutral, always on the point, and extremely, extremely brilliant. We wrote an open letter to Justice Nagaprasanna, and we gave an example from Haryana where a gang was filing multiple rape cases, and the Punjab and Haryana High Court in a very, landmark manner said, now if the women of these gang will come and try to file a rape case, there will be first an investigation and then an FIR. And that the name of this woman and this gang should be sent to all the police stations, that whenever anybody from this gang comes to file an FIR, an immediate FIR will not be filed and there will be an inquiry first. So we wrote an open letter to Justice Nagaprasanna, sir, that sir, this is a precedent and kindly incorporate this in the case of Deepika YG as well. I don't know whether our open letter reached to him or not, but we would like to believe that it did. And Justice Nagaprasanna actually wrote it in his judgment that the name of this woman must be sent to all the police stations, and I'm directing the DGP of Karnataka so that next time if she tries to victimize a man, she will not be able to victimize. So write letters to judges, High Court judges, Supreme Court judges, please write letters to them. Everybody in this society has a lot of appreciation to gain when they work for women. They do not get any appreciation when they pass any good order for men. It is on us to send them thank you messages, appreciation messages. Tell them that when they take a call to stand up for justice for a man also, they have so many people who are applauding them as well. Please do that. It makes a lot of change. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for coming, Prakash.
Thank you, everyone. May now invite Mr. Suresh Ram to deliver the vote of thanks.
I've been given the pleasant job of thanking. Thank you, Justice Prakash, for being with us today amidst your busy schedule. I thank Deepika. Deepika, I know you for the past 15 years, right? She is, see, there are very few people who are into men's, very few women who are into men's welfare. She is one among them. I remember Umma Challa, Jyoti Tiwari, Barka, and they could not survive, but she could survive. Thank you, Deepika, for being with us today. I thank Arul Thumilan, who has been taking up the cause of men for a very long time. For the past 20 years, you have been taking up the cause, and I thank you for being with us today. I thank Mr. Prakash for organizing this and giving us the opportunity to present the men's issues before you. Thank you, Prakash. And I should thank you all for being with us today. Thank you all. Bye.
National Anthem. Janagana Adinayaka Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidata Punjab Sindhu Gujarat Maratha Dravida Utkala Vanga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Uchala Jaladi Taranga तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मागे गागे तब जय गाता जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे. Thank you. Jai Hind.